everybody. Welcome back to your Monday Morning Jumpstart. We are doing like a mid Q1 check-in, how your goals,
Yeah,
how things going, and again, we'll reiterate goal setting can happen anytime, right? Ted? It's not
should be.
January, all the time.
You're checking in with them all the time. You're readjusting goals all the time. Maybe throwing one out the window like we talked about, but always looking. Yeah.
So what is a tip that you can give for moving forward to a goal, right? It's all well and good to state it, but now we got to like get to it basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I am a big advocate of achievable goals and then incremental movement towards a goal. Like I am not one for jumping in with 2 feet. I am not one for and I'm only that way because, I mentioned it last week when we were celebrating 100 episodes. Like this year will be 15 years in business for me. I mean, I've been doing this work for probably close to 22, 23 years, right? But this is where I've seen people have the most success, not the people that go all in, gun ho, forget about everything else moving around them. And so there's two things to this. One, as we've been proposing, that you're looking at these goals. One, the SMART acronym in goal setting, specific, measurable. The A, I'd like to focus on attainable. Okay. That attainable, like sometimes people, when they work with the SMART acronym, they'll get very mired in the measurable and the specific and all the rest, and they'll kind of glaze over the attainable. The attainable one for me, psychologically, is probably one of the most important ones, right? Psychologically, did we put something out into the world that is both, a little bit of a stretch for us? Like we got to work towards it. It's just not going to come easy to us, to your point of like sabotaging ourselves or like falsely protecting ourselves. But is it an attainable goal, one that's going to feed us psychologically? So that would be the first thing. And then next to that, we could use the weight loss or do whatever. But the people that go out and say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in a month, I think that's ridiculous, number one. And 9 times out of 10, when we make goals like that, they're really not serving the purpose that we're trying to achieve. They're not sustainable, et cetera, et cetera. I could go on a little bit of a rant here. And so what I would propose to people is, one, go back and look at your goals, and are they attainable? And what's the meaning behind this number that you put out there, this weight loss goal that you put out there, this major change you're going to, whatever the action or the outcomes are they attainable? And then the second thing is, I'll just frame it up. I think there's a book that I have not read, the 1% rule or something like that. I use that 1% rule. It's out there, floating out there somewhere. I think there's a book. I may be wrong, Jade, but I think there's a book. Anyway,
Sounds like a book. If not, you can write the book.
I'd like hearing the 1% wherever I heard it. What I use, the word that I use is just incremental change. Like I always tell people, like when you and the easiest around this time of year is to talk about lifestyle and health and all this other stuff. But people that go into, I'm going to lose this, here goes that goals versus outcome things again. They say, I'm going to go lose 20 pounds or whatever. I'm like, well, let's just peel back and let's talk about what you're doing. Maybe the only change I want you to focus on January is to give up soft drinks. Depending on where you are in the different United States, like pop, soft drinks, soda, Coke, whatever you call it. That's one small thing. And if you did that, let's see if we can leverage it, build on it, and move the change. And let's see if we can get to this outcome. And so the message today is like, that's that 1% rule. If you are walking 15 minutes one week, walk 16 the next, and then just walk 17. And you could do that towards business. I'm going to reach out to 3 people on LinkedIn in the month of February. And in March, I'm going to up it and get to 4 and then reevaluate. Is this getting me to where I want to go? What kind of change? How do I feel psychologically about this and all the rest of that? Instead of, there's people, to your point, a couple of weeks ago, they went all into 22 or 24. They got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do X, Y, and Z, and now to your point, they're back to their normal rhythms.
I also think an easy way to think about this or to mark this, I told you I read that, I think when we were talking about what's at risk, the article by the psychologist, and she's saying that, a vision board is not the thing. It's got to be something that's actionable, right? And she literally had a calendar and wrote down something every day. So it's like almost like a way to do it, right? Like, can you do this thing every day? Like, no, I cannot make 1,000. Well, I shouldn't say this, but it's not that $1,000 making every day is attainable, but reaching out to 4 clients every day is attainable, right? And then, like you said, like then you build on that, and you get a paycheck of some sorts, and you normally save 15%. Now I'm going to start saving 20%, right? So like something that you're able to do consistently and almost every day, or like repetitively, I think is a good marker of what this thing can be, because it's so wild how initially it'll seem so trivial and small, right? And then when you look back, you've made a complete lifestyle change or complete 180, because you've done these little things, like you said, consistently.
Amen.
Even though it feels like so trivial at the time, right? Like,
Amen.
I got off track with putting lemon in my water, Ted, and I know it sounds so silly, but that makes me drink more water, right? So I got back on putting lemon in my water, and I'm drinking more water every day, right?
Well, it's so funny you say that, because I have this. So this is true. 2024, I'm like, I'm not hydrated enough, and I'm very conscious about it. You know what the goal is with this?
Drink that every day?
No, by noon, by lunchtime.
Wow.
If I can get 1 down by lunchtime, I think I'll be okay the rest of the day. But typically I get on meetings and stuff, and you know what? I won't even drink anything from 8 to noon.
Yeah.
And so now the only little incremental change is that, hey, this has got to be gone by noon. This has got to be gone by lunchtime. So right on target about like this small incremental thing. And you know what? How monumental, to your point of putting lemon in your water.
Yeah.
This may seem trivial to people. Hydration.
Yeah.
We underscore that.
Helps
anyway,
everything.
I'm going to go on a little tangent there, but we digress a little bit, but maybe not. I mean,
because you know what, as well, Ted, like we've mentioned many times, once you hit that goal, it's like that self-fulfilling prophecy, right? I can do this, now I can do the next thing. And so you keep that momentum going. So like start with something like that, right? And I feel like even if the earlier in the day that the win can happen, right? The better momentum and everything that you feel for the rest of the day. And it just, it domino effects. That's what it does. So don't think anything.
Add what you said on from last week, and we'll kind of close it here, which is do these small incremental things. And notice the word language that I use, small incremental things, and then do what Jade suggested last week. Celebrate them.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you don't have to wait till you get to this crazy outcome to go hoorah rah.
Yes.
No, I drank 36 ounces of water by noon.
Yes. 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 And you can come to us and celebrate, because some people will be like, I don't care, you drank water. I will be like, what? You drank water?
No,
yes.
Well, yeah, we're using that, but the point is,
no, for real.
Do these small incremental things and recognize that you're on your way to creating lifestyle change, no matter whether it be business change. I'm calling it lifestyle change, but we're talking about life and business here. And these things are moving you towards your writing goals, your business goals, your life goals, your financial goals.
Yes. It's all getting you there. And then we get to celebrate again. I love it. Awesome, Ted. So today, there's the message to everyone. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, put them down below for us. I love hearing from people. Like Ted said, we love hearing from everyone on LinkedIn. And if you have anything you want us to cover, let us know as well. We're always open to feedback and suggestions. But here's to 101, Ted. Thank you so much.
Cool. Take care, everybody.
Bye.